This is one of my favorite things here.
It is.
Because
Why?
I have tea in the morning,
Yeah.
every morning.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I would just have run hot water and have my tea bag into the cup. And then I tried this and I'm like, wow.
So much better.
It's so much better because
Yes.
it takes away all the bitterness
Yes.
from the tea.
Yes.
And just, I would leave it up to you to explain why this happens, because obviously for me, I'm like, this is just better.
All right, that's called percolation, which is water going through
Already
a material.
lost me.
Right, so percolation is
Yes.
a type of extraction where water runs through something else.
Okay.
Okay, and it works for things like pour over coffee.
Yeah.
Does not work for tea. Tea wants extended water contact. Okay, and then you drain.
Yeah.
So percolation, not so good. So this tea portafilter was invented, as far as I know, in Taiwan and paired up with some custom espresso machines. We use it in a way that was never meant to be used. We do that at Decent Espresso, but let me explain what this is. It's basically a portafilter with a screen. Okay, so you put your tea in here,
Yeah.
and water's going to go in here. But what's unusual is it's got a spring here with a valve. And what the Taiwanese company do is they just run water through and then they pause for like 30 seconds and run some water through. And it tastes
Okay.
less bad. But it's all about bubble tea for them, so
Yeah.
lots of sugar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We want to make good tea with this.
Yeah.
And with the Decent we can, because what we do is we run water and then we let this valve essentially be a way to control what comes out, when it comes out and when it doesn't. This thing opens up at about 3 bar of pressure.
Okay.
So what we can do is put water in, keep the pressure under 2 bar, and then basically let us brew some tea.
Ooh.
Then flush it,
Got it.
and then do another brew.
So it's kind of like the traditional Chinese tea.
It is the Chinese tea, and
Yeah.
my favorite way of brewing tea is this little teapot. You
Yeah.
pour water in, you only wait like 30 seconds, you pour it out.
Yeah.
Okay, and you pour all of it out. It tastes really good.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing with this. We just make successive brews with clean water. And the reason the tea tastes so good
Yeah.
is because each time it's a short brew and
Yeah.
each time it's clean water.
Yeah, yeah.
So starting with clean water, you get more
Yeah.
stuff out. And
Yeah.
you'll see I'm gonna make builder's tea.
Yeah.
and it's going to be really strong,
Not a sponsored ad.
but not tannic. And
That
that's
was
what
going to
I
be my
like.
next question. So when I was making tea for years, I would leave the bag in too long, I'm a dummy, and then I forget, and then I come back and it's too bitter.
Right. So, I mean, first of all, it's just over extracted.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is this computer is going to
Yeah.
make it to the recipe we think tastes good.
Yeah.
It takes about 3
I
minutes.
guess obviously the other thing is that the tea bag is not in your cup, so you can forget it and nothing happens.
That's right.
Okay.
The other thing about doing tea on the Decent is that we've got recipes for different types of teas at different temperatures.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I did, but Scott Rayo wrote a book called Everything But Espresso, and he's got a large section on tea. And
Nice.
when I told him about this, he says he's not interested because tea made in an espresso machine tastes bad.
Yeah.
I was like, give it a chance, give it a chance.
Yeah.
So he told me all about the different temperatures, and I've been doing that, and I think I'm making really good tea with Scott's help. So
Yeah. Okay.
you can make tea with tea bags or
Yeah.
with loose leaf tea. We're gonna do both.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, tea bag, super easy. Open it up, okay? And you can do one of two things, depending if you're really neurotic and you don't want to drink tea made with a tea label,
Yeah.
right? Then you do that,
Yeah.
okay? And then just lock it in like so. Then we go to settings, and let's see. I need to unhide, so I tap
Yeah.
on there.
Okay.
And here, tea portafilter, black tea, Chinese tea, Japanese tea, dark, oolong, tisane.
You have a recipe for all of that.
There is also an insane one. There's a tea forum on the internet with a bunch of tea experts, and they were interested in knowing if they could go beyond 100 degrees.
Wow.
Not so much with normal teas,
Yeah.
but especially with infusions.
Yeah, okay.
So we did that because there's a little bit of pressure. We can go over 100 and not boil.
Yeah.
We can make tea to 105 Celsius.
Ooh.
Okay, so that actually works
Which one
really
is that?
well. It is in fact the tisane recipe that goes
Oh, yeah. I can
up
see
there.
now.
Okay, and the temperature there says 100. Actually, these are 100 degrees. Okay, so tisanes you want to do at full temperature.
Yeah.
And I've got various kind of recipes there. So that's less hot, 89
Yeah.
Celsius for oolong. Oolong dark is higher at 94. Plain old black tea is at
That's
105.
it. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
And there's all sorts of fancy stuff going on here that you don't need to know about because basically a bunch of geeky people, myself included,
Yeah.
have been working on these recipes for quite a long time. The most recent ones that I'm happy with are trying to always get the same amount in your cup no matter what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hit OK here. I'm going to get my handy dandy IKEA mug. Available
fancy.
worldwide. And all you do is hit start. Okay. And this takes about 3 minutes. So what's happening right now is this is the first infusion. So let me explain what's actually happening with this instead of letting it just happen. So this first step here just filled the infusion space with water and didn't flush any water out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we waited 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds, there was a short little 10-second flush.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at here. That's the quite dark tea that's come out.
Yeah.
So in other words, we made a small amount of liquid, a small amount of tea,
Yeah.
flush it out, put clean water in. Now wait another 30 seconds.
What's the green line?
So the green line is just holding a little bit of pressure on the tea.
I see.
So there's our second infusion.
Yeah.
So we're making 4 short infusions of tea. So here we are.
Okay.
And at the end of that, the liquid's getting quite clear because clean water's come out.
Yeah.
So once again, our first fill, 30 seconds pause, flush out the first brew, 30 seconds pause, flush out the second brew.
That is amazing.
The nice thing is that this is making awesome tea and you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So can I have another tea is put tea bag in, lock, hit start.
Yeah, and then leave for a few minutes, come
Don't
back.
think about the brainy stuff. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you never have to worry about leaving your tea bag for too long or taking it out too quickly.
And we're gonna see this actually, one of the things I love about this is that people buy tea bags because they're messy. Because when you get loose leaf tea and you have like those little filter things, you have a total mess.
Yeah, yeah.
Not with an espresso machine. Because espresso machines have learned to deal with messy stuff. They're called coffee grounds.
Yeah.
Same solution applies.
Yeah, it's very clear now.
Yeah. Because this is the last
infusion. Yeah.
Okay.
And it also shows you the current steps. So there were basically 8 steps it showed. The last one was showing 8.
That's right.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
There's our tea.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to tell you, that's delicious. So first problem is we don't have milk with me.
Yeah.
So this is going to Bugs and it's going to have milk added and she's going to go, that's good tea.
Yep. We hear from the next door every day. Like she's like, good tea.
Good tea.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do now is just open this up. There is some hot water still here. You can see how strong that is. It's not that strong because we've extracted most of this tea bag.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the cool bit is you just throw it out, knock it into a portafilter. Okay?
You're done.
If you want, you can rinse.
Yeah.
So this is Vietnamese tea that I really like.
Yeah, this one is good.
I don't actually precisely measure it. I just have a spoon that's already in here.
Okay.
Okay. That's how I make it for normal tea that's going to drink just 1 spoonful.
Right.
That I'm going to drink. If I want to make it with milk, I put 2 spoonfuls in. Okay. But there we are, just loose leaf tea.
Yeah.
And the filter's just going to handle it.
Yeah.
So no need to have a tea bag. And once again, just go in.
No screens, nothing.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, what's nice is it takes about 40 seconds for the tea to actually come out.
We probably need a cup.
That's what I'm saying is because there's like 40 seconds until it comes out, because this is the fill cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're using the same recipe, yeah?
We are using the same recipe.
Okay.
Yep. We could go a different recipe. If I were using, for example, a white tea, I would drop the temperature to 70 Celsius. So this also makes some of the best tea in the world for a different reason, which is our temperature accuracy.
Right.
Okay?
That's one of the main
It
things
is one of the things about this. That's right. So look at that. So we are totally nailing within.
Wow.
How close are we? We are.
I'm like
we're
1 degree down.
7 centigrade from goal.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you say you want a 94 Celsius tea, you're getting a 94 Celsius tea.
Right.
What's interesting also is some of the classical Chinese recipes will involve submerging the teapot with boiling water and pouring it on in order to get the teapot to be hot.
Yeah, yeah.
We're doing the same thing, right? This is a stainless steel portafilter that's been brought up to temperature inside the espresso machine. So it is actually like having your own tea servant.
Yeah.
That's a master of all these things. And here we are, we've got tea coming out. I quite like this Vietnamese tea. It's still a black tea.
It's very nice,
but it's really gentle.
With milk, it's actually quite nice as well when you have 2 teaspoonfuls.
So the only thing that's kind of boring for videos is the temperature page on the Decent is a nice flat line on the goal. So there's no drama.
Yeah.
So now we're actually at within 0.1 Celsius of the goal temperature. And at each stage, you're going to see the tea get lighter as it extracts more and more.
That's brilliant.
Takes about 3 minutes to make a cup. Now, I tried to make faster cups at 2 minutes, and they're just not as strong.
This is out, like people can buy this now from the website,
Yeah, so you can
right?
buy this. So just to summarize, the thing about the tea portafilter is that it is less mess to make loose leaf teas.
Yeah.
The teas will taste better. You can do all the geeky stuff with temperatures and all that precision, and you don't do anything. You just pick a recipe.
Yeah.
You also just get to make more tea easily. Just hit start.
Right.
Okay. And it's inexpensive. We on purpose do not charge much for the tea portafilter because you already gave us a lot of money for your decent espresso machine.
Yeah.
So we're just
One thing I noticed also from interacting with people is that some people want to buy the decent, but they're worried that their wives or their partners don't drink that much coffee.
Yes.
But they do drink tea.
Yes.
But I don't think it's clear enough that the decent can also make amazing tea.
So
and that's why we're doing this video.
That is the tea.
Yeah.
It is quite pretty. Okay. And what is cool here is I can open this up. Okay.
Yeah.
And there is my slurry.
Yeah, and you're also it's holding the valve.
It's holding
is
it.
blocked.
Yeah. So everything's there. So here's what I want to show you: is I knock this out. Okay, and boom, I'm now ready to make another tea. So if you're a cafe and you are sick of doing loose leaf tea service because it's a mess, this is so fast. It's so easy, and you just lock it in, start tea, and every teacup is perfect.
And if you have another decent, you're already pulling a shot of coffee next to it.
That's right. And look at these two. This is the difference between Vietnamese tea and British tea. One you can hold a spoon in, the other one is delicate and floral.
Lovely stuff.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna have that Vietnamese one, thank you.
Sounds good. This one's going to Bugs with some milk. Thank you for joining us, and hope to see you with a teacup in your hand in the near future.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.